Hello, and welcome to Special Grade Snacks, a Jujutsu Kaisen watch-along podcast. We're your Special Grade Snacks. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Kay.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Did you notice that both these episodes were horny?
Both of them were, yeah. Choso was sexual a little bit.
They made a sexual Chozo. They put a sexual Chozo in the television show.
When Choso first showed up last season looking like he did, I was like, oh, there's no way this... I'm eating cereal.
This guy will never be sexual.
This boy will never be sexual. But then he started taking... He must have at some point started taking testosterone, which helped the blood flow.
Yeah, some kind of like iron pills, which all of the Kamo members should be taking at all times.
Yeah, they're force masking the Kamo clan, and that's why Kamo's mom got kicked out because she wouldn't take testosterone.
This is so sad.
It's so sad. This is what wokeism is doing to children all over the world.
Le wokisme, right?
Le wokisme. What you can almost spell Wojak with Japanese characters. Wojaku.
Like Wojaku, yeah.
Yeah.
Kenjaku's evil brother.
Even though he just rolled into the final fight. Excellent argument, Kenjaku. Unfortunately, I've already drawn you as the Wojaku here. Soy facing over vegetarian human nuggets. You do not have 236 Kenjaks.
Oh, I really... I know Kenjaku is on that phone, texting.
Absolutely.
And they only have reaction images of themselves.
They just have like a sticker pack online, and it's just like various selfies they've taken over the last 6 months. Just like, hashtag new body goofing.
Alright. I guess let's do the episode. So what do you say? The first episode is called Dull Knife.
Yes.
I guess it's about Nanami's dull knife. His famous dull knife.
Yeah, it's his episode.
A special Nanami episode for all the Nanami girls online.
Nobara is there, but don't worry, she doesn't get to do anything.
There's a girl, yeah. It's an episode for the girls in that there's women and there's also a hugely sexual man.
Yeah. God, we'll get to it. The Nanami fight, Nobara's inclusion once Nanami shows up to the scene is so funny because it's like she gets a single cut in she does save the day. She does save the day. She blocks the hand sword, but then she's like, "I got it," and just like does a thumbs up to the camera to be like, "I didn't leave this fight. I'm still here." My
traumatic brain injury has only made me stronger.
Yeah, she absolutely. Okay. We'll get to the CTE.
Alright, this episode starts, Nanami is talking the way he usually does about how he doesn't care about things, really, I promise. And he finds Ajichi, and he's, like, dead on the pavement, blood surrounding him, and he doesn't... He kind of looks at him for a while, and then it gives us a dead boyfriend flashback, one frame only.
Yeah.
One frame only.
Run, don't walk to the Ajichi to the Ajichi Kiyotaka memorial site. For one frame only. You can see Nanami's dead boyfriend. So come on down to the Kiyotaka Ajichi Memorial Bridge.
Yeah, it's like a shot of Highbrow we haven't seen before. So, new JPEG for all the Highbrow fans online.
Did I get his name right? Did I get his name right? Is it Kiyotaka? Oh, I did. I'm so fucking good at this.
Incredible.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have known that. I couldn't have pulled that.
The information flows through me.
So that's like the cold open of the episode. So
yeah.
You are my special. Love you, baby.
Yeah.
we go see what May's up to. There were like two guys that were like, "We're gonna get you," but she's gotten them quite badly.
Yeah, one of them doesn't have a leg anymore.
Yeah, he's like crawling on the ground, begging for mercy, crying, shitting. "Ah, May, don't kill me. I'll be a good guy now." She says, "How many dollars will you pay me about it?" 0, then goodbye.
I really like this May scene. Like, I have to be honest. Like,
it's very funny. The music is funny. It's like, when little brother is like, "You have to clap right now." She finished her speech, and he like does start clapping.
Like, Amadeus is right. Would genuinely be really funny if he was just like a hype man for his older sister.
He needs to just not be horny. We're so close to a character that we can enjoy.
Yeah, I also love the so the frogman basically is like, "Oh, I surrender. Please don't kill me." All these things. And I'm just thinking about, and even I've been watching Hunter x Hunter lately. You know, though it's got Kurapika. There's Leorio, Gon. You know these characters.
Yes. I was gonna name the fourth one and I couldn't think of his name.
It's Killua.
It's the white boy. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, the white boy.
Save me, white boy.
Undertale. It's Gojo. It's Gojo. But I'm just thinking about how, like, in multiple in both that and Yu Yu Hakusho, which is not the one with puppets.
There's no puppets in Yu Yu Hakusho? 0?
No puppets in Yu Yu Hakusho, I don't believe. Anyways, I was just thinking about, like, there's a scene in Hunter x Hunter where, like, someone surrenders before they can get the shit ripped out of them, and then it's revealed that the character that's about to rip the shit out of them was going to start by breaking their vocal cords so that they couldn't surrender, which is just exactly something that happens in Yu Yu Hakusho, and it just, I don't know, I just been thinking about that. It's a very effective technique to be evil. No, the rules in Hunter, you have to say I surrender.
Surrendering.
Yeah, you have to say surrender.
What if you can't talk? What if you speak another language?
There's a
lot of accessibility issues going on here.
Yeah, exactly. Inumaki's completely fucked.
He would never surrender. Never back down.
No. No defeat, no surrender.
Mm-hmm. So that's what May's up to. And then we go check on what the boys are up to.
Yeah, they destroyed the veil. The sorcerers, they destroyed the veils that are keeping sorcerers out.
Yeah, they destroyed one veil. There's like 2 other veils. They're like, well, there were 3 spikes. I guess they were decoys or something. We have to make this more confusing.
Yeah.
But then they're like, we can't interrogate the baby-haired man because we beat him up kind of too badly. That was an oopsie, but, whatever.
And then you can't do this on concrete off the 50th story of the building.
They're just like chatting and then they like spot him plummeting 50,000 miles. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Go get him.
I bet being caught by Itadori that would rule. Like, oh, thank you. My son has saved me.
You think he's soft and kind or powerful?
I think he is powerful, and that confers a soft and kindness.
I like that Fushiguro like sends Nue out and just like kind of slows him down. Doesn't actually catch him. It's very funny that Ino and Ajichi don't die. Like, it's not like I'm not actively like rooting for them to die, but for how this arc is in terms of body count otherwise, I'm kind of surprised they didn't, given that those characters don't do anything in the story. Yeah, Ino got punched once badly and did fall down. But he did get caught. And I guess he's like, he's Nanami's special boy, so he's okay. And then Ajichi is also Nanami's special boy, so he's okay.
Yeah, again, to be clear, I'm not calling for the deaths of these characters. I'm
calling for the death of Ino a little bit. I don't care him.
I want to see his third move. He only showed off his power. He only showed off his powers.
He doesn't know the third move. He's embarrassed to admit.
He only knows powers of 4. Any other multiplication he can't do.
He knows he's supposed to have 4 auspicious beasts, but he can't think of the third one. What the hell can he do?
It's like releasing 3 pigs into the city, and the pigs are numbered 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah. Like Fushiguro, he's supposed to have 10 shadows, but he doesn't know all of them.
No, he doesn't!
He's like, I'll get to it later. The post that's like, I think I'm non-binary, but I have a job, so I don't care about that right now. I think I have 10 shadows, but I have to go to school, so I don't care about that right now.
Megami also posted the thinking that he's non-binary, but can't worry about that right now.
Can't. There's too much shit going on.
I think I'm non-binary, but I got a dead boyfriend, so I can't really handle that right now.
I wouldn't even notice I'm non-binary with the type of shit I got going on.
Honestly, me for like the first 5 years of my transition, that's probably closer to 7 or 8, honestly. The non-binary swag has only been a thing in the last couple of years. And I hit 10 years of transition in December this year, by the way. Like 10 Christian years since I came out.
That's a lot. Wow.
It's fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck? Like, damn. I didn't die.
Yay. You know who else did die? You know who tried to kill him. Let's check the top of this building. This is my perfect segue.
Yeah, let's check the top of this building.
So there's grandson body, and he's like, oh, this is a lot of power for me, a grandson. And then his face gets all twitchy, and he visibly becomes Toji a lot more.
Yeah, he experiences identity death, I'm pretty sure.
It's like, yeah, the grandma...
It's a little upsetting.
Like, grandma's like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's a little upsetting to consider. That boy just died. That boy just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I guess the way her power works is she can, like, summon the information of a body or soul, but she doesn't do the soul on purpose. And, like, copy it into her grandson. And Toji says, that's interesting. My body is my soul, so it's here now, forever. Say goodbye to grandson.
Say goodbye, grandson.
Goodbye, my grandson.
He does, like, fucking shadow step behind her.
The way he fucking teleports in this part is so cool.
It's sick as hell.
It's not perfectly silent, but it makes like a tiny, tiny little noise. It's
Whoosh.
So cool.
Right, because the way that it is, in the way that it's like visualized, that like he is like the camera is like at his feet, while the granny is like 20 odd steps away, and like we see him go through the motions to take a step, and then just like a frame later, he is right next to grandma about to punch her head off.
Yeah, he fucking misty stepped. It's crazy. And she's like, go kill sorcerers. And he says, you're a sorcerer, aren't you? You know, with like a Dio voice. And he kills her, explodes.
Okay, I like your Misty Step joke. Sorry, I had to Google it.
Let me Google this. Okay, it's a good reference.
Yeah, I did pull Shadow Step, but I was like, oh, this doesn't really work as a Hearthstone thing. Like, is Toji like returning himself to his hand and then landing back closer to Grandma? He's adjusting his board positioning. He's making himself less weak to betrayal.
He's reactivating his battle cry, you know.
Yeah. What is his battle cry?
Kill all sorcerers in the area, you know.
Yeah, battle cry, abandon your son.
Okay. So that's what's going on with Toji, if you were wondering. You should have been wondering, because it was kind of a big thing that he appeared, and we didn't talk about it last episode. And
we're not going to talk about it again this episode, right? Like, that's the last we see of Toji until...
No, he's busy.
Yeah.
Right.
He is busy not noticing that his son is non-binary. Probably wouldn't even notice I have a son with the type of shit I got going.
What baby? Yeah.
What baby?
Okay. There's like this episode, the beginning of this episode is a lot of like checking in on what everyone is up to.
Yeah.
So now we have to check on what Maki and Kugisaki are up to.
Yeah.
They're just like killing transfigured humans.
Yeah.
And
Naobito and Nita are there as well.
Yeah, Nita's like, I was on the phone with Hijichi and he said, black. So I think something bad happened.
Sorry. That is what happened.
That's what happened.
It happened to him.
It happened to him. And then Maki's terrible grandpa is there. He's like sitting on a bench saying, "You have to give me more sake right now. I have to become the drunkest man who ever lived." He's not doing any work. And Maki's like, ignore my shitty grandpa. We hate this guy.
He's not a practitioner of the drunken fist. He's just doing what I do when I say, you know what will help me get this house clean really easily today? A joint.
So basically the plan here is Maki will stay where she is with shitty grandpa. Kugisaki and Nita will go look for Ajichi, I guess?
Yeah, I think that's... Or, like, try and regroup with somebody. Or just, like, you know, get back to... restabilize, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So they run off, and then we have to check on the boys again, in case you forgot. They were just here. They're like, he seems, like, bad, but not dead. So I should probably take him to, go to Fountain, get his health back. He'll be better.
Yeah, I should probably try and exit the story for a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Megami, it doesn't work.
And then they have their, their classic yaoi moment of like, oh, if you die, I'll kill you, and then he blush away.
Yeah. Well, he didn't, because he did. Megami's like, but hey, if you, and then he's like, if I die, you'll kill me, right?
He like gives him two little finger guns. It's pretty cute.
Gay little sons.
We still respect gay little sons.
Yeah.
So now we're checking on the women again.
Yeah.
I think like cut throughout this too, we've like seen Nanami like walking from like the waist
with
down.
the Jichi. Yeah. And seeing a bunch of like other dead windows.
Yeah. They're dead confirmed in their little suits.
Yeah.
And he has a Jichi in like a piggyback, and I'm like, damn, a Jichi is kind of his friend actually, if you think about it.
Listen, things that happened to Nanami in his first year of school before the underclassmen came in. Boyfriend died. One of the more powerful upperclassmen went off the fucking off the fucking hinge. Dead. Traumatized everybody, including other very powerful upperclassmen. So now he's just got all he's got left is Shoko and the incoming underclassmen. Yeah, and Shoko is definitely too fucked up. You cannot you cannot talk to Shoko about anything. I don't think after that first.
No, she's not like chatting.
Yeah.
She's mainly smoking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Nanami has known Ajichi a long time, for sure.
Yeah, that's his friend.
I'm sure he's like, senpai, Nanami.
Yeah.
And so he carried him around, very sad.
Yeah. They had a kinship together because they were both the oldest 18-year-olds of all time by the time they graduated.
Oh, yeah, I know that Ajichi was born old.
Yeah, Ajichi came out with like laugh lines already glued into the side of his face, which compensates for the fact that he does not laugh very much as an adult.
Yeah, it's like a Benjamin Button situation, but he doesn't get younger. He stays the same.
It's just average out the age over lifetime, and you live in time. Like if you're gonna live for 60 years, then your average age is locked in at 30, and you look like that for all 60 of those years.
Correct. Okay, so. Now,
just normalize the curve.
Now we go back to Kugisaki and Nita. They're like, there's a dude whose vibe stinks here. Hang on. And it's that twink that I hate.
It's Haruto.
Yeah. He says, I love killing people easily, but I especially love killing women easily. This guy sucks shit, and he deserves what happens to him. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he does get to give Nobara one of her 2 fights this season.
Yeah, so she says, Nita, go like hide away, run away, secret strategy, and I'll like run at him with my short range hammer attack.
Yeah.
She shoots some nails, they miss. They do some hammer clash. She does her like nail into the ceiling technique where she like reactivates it and makes rocks fall down.
But unfortunately, she should have watched the fight from My Hero Academia season 2 and knew that dropping a bunch of rocks on a twink would only end up losing her the fight.
Can't work. Have they explained how Haruto's technique works yet? Because I know, but I don't know if it's spoilers.
No, Haruto's technique is only revealed like at the at that one moment that he gets after this.
I feel like we should say it anyway.
Yeah,
because you can like kind of tell it. He has like the 6 like pink triangles on his face.
Yeah,
and they're each like a life that he gets. So he builds up lucky meter, and he can use each triangle to like defy a death basically with luck.
Yeah,
so,
he gets a free death defy 15 to 18 roll.
Yeah. So the rocks fall down, but they all miss him, and he uses one of his meters, and then he
throws the sword. He throws the hand of the sword at Nobara, and we see her brain shake.
Yeah, like her brain squishes and hits every corner of her skull, and she just kind of falls down, like my brain hurting.
That person who was showing whose Tumblr post got on my dashboard of them showing X-rays of Nobara's heart exploding, like they are rock hard. They have
You think they're into brain stuff too?
I have no idea what kind of person. Okay,
if you're into brain stuff, then you're posting Kenjaku. I don't know.
Can listen, I am into many things that do not have a lot of Venn diagram overlap in terms of content. But, there are some things that I want to see with some characters and something that I want to see with other characters. You know how it is.
There is actually one shot in the next episode that actually shows a beating heart. That could be for them.
Yeah, that as well.
So yeah, her brain gets all bounced around and she just kind of like falls down, like ringing, like can't really move, like, this is not so good.
Yeah, Haruka just walks up.
Important to note, she drops her hammer and it falls down and it makes the same sound that hammers in Minecraft do. It goes ting. I believe it was the same sound clip.
Good to know.
Yeah, so stupid Haruka walks up like, oh, there's 2 women to kill here, haha. Which one should I kill, haha?
Yeah, and Haru's just like, I'm the white Cristiano Ronaldo but I live in a world where soccer isn't real. That's what I'm trying to do out here.
Kugisaki's like trying to stall for time. She's like, why are you doing this? And he's like, oh, the plan Gojo Saturn. And she's like, no, like, you don't care about that. Like, why are you doing this? And he's like, I guess it's funny to me, haha.
And the thing is that, like, you know me. I am normally an enjoyer of these sadistic sicko types.
I was saying, like, this guy is, like, exactly, like, everything I hate about Mahito, too. But it's, like, worse, because he's, like, even less character except for
sauceless.
That trope.
Absolutely sauceless. Yeah. He's got nothing going on.
His fucking stupid Andre the Giant outfit doesn't even fit him.
I kind of think the hand sword is fun, but that's the only thing that I like about him.
No, yeah, the hand sword should get his own spin-off, but not her.
The hand sword, like, bouncing through the department store and, like slashing Nuta's ankles is so funny, yeah.
It's like the hand from Addams Family, what if he had a sword?
Oh, yeah. But don't worry, woman, Nanami is here.
Yeah, Nanami busted on through. He like, goes through a window for no reason.
Yeah, and Haruka doesn't react. He just, like keeps on hammering it up. He, like, flubs a line in canon. It's funny.
Are you gonna stop my climbs? Oops, I meant crimes. Aren't I silly?
It's funny. I have to admit, it is a little silly.
So he's like, Nanami, can't you see I have 2 women held hostage? What are you gonna do about it? And then there's 0 women held hostage.
Need to just escalate it away.
Yeah, she, like, crawled onto the escalator, yeah.
Yeah. Like, Nanami is like super powered right now.
Nanami is like, he's like a brick anger of wall. I don't even know.
He is working double overtime right now. Like, this is, you finish your 9 to 5 and then you work your 5 to 12 and now it's like 2 a.m. and this is your 3rd shift of the day. You are getting so much fucking money and you have so much power to kill this little twink with.
Yeah. Haruka, like, goes to slice him and kick him and he's like, oh, this isn't a man. This is like a wall of fury.
Yeah. And then it gets really horny because Nanami just grabs him by the ponytail and makes him squeal.
He punches him in the face and he goes flying and he, like, falls through a wall and he's like, oh, I could have died there. Like, I should have died. It activated one of my lives. Oh, when he punches him, it does the ratio too, which looks very awesome. Looks kick-ass.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh fuck, I gotta run away now. This guy killed me with 1 punch. And he does go ahead and grab him by the ponytail in the most sexually horny scene I've ever seen in this television show.
It's... I was feeling away. Like, I gotta be real here.
Like, this is not like, oh, here's, like, abs we're showing. This is, like, a porn scene. Like, this is what happens, and then, like, there's a scene.
This sequence made me think, you know... maybe the "you come now" guy wasn't that cringy. Because, like, that's all Nanami is doing here. Yeah. Nanami smacking bugs off his back. Nanami hitting the wrong trousers pile driver.
In the manga, he doesn't grab him by the ponytail. He, like, grabs him by, like, the side of the hair. Like the opposite side. But Mappa knows what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
They said, Gege, that was a big swing and a miss from you. Let us help.
Yeah.
Why didn't you make it horny?
He tries to, like, summon his sword, but then this is when Noburon punches him with the "I'm here's too" part of the fight.
She like clangs the knife through the sword, stops it from slicing Nanami. And
yeah.
Haruka says, what does he say? Like, read the room?
Yeah,
Can't you see I'm dying sexually?
Can't you see that can't you see that I am basically like the only thing that would be possibly any more gay than this is him fucking me, and it's only by a slim margin.
Yeah. He's, like, drooling, crying, like, Nanami says, did you kill the associates that I saw? And he's like, I'm sorry. And he punches him so fucking hard in the face.
Like, out one building into another.
He goes through, like, 2 walls, and then a, like, sign falls on top of him, and he's exploded. Yeah. Goodbye.
And Nobara has a line here, and I want to be clear that when I say this, I'm not complaining about the treatment of Nobara here. This is more the power scaling that I'm complaining. But Nobara is like, so this is a grade 1 sorcerer, which is like... She is up for grade 1 evaluation right now.
Semi-grade 1, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, who's to say she gets it?
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Yeah, I like that she does make, like, a pog face when she sees him do this punch. She's like, oh.
I would also make a pog face if
I saw that do that punch. I know I was making a pog face at home. So that's the hashtag anime gifs you've been seeing online. If you were like, who's that, like, twink who's getting domed, that was this scene. And I'm sure you saw it.
Yeah, absolutely. No way you didn't, frankly.
There's no way you didn't. Did you see the post about, like, I know the new Jujutsu Kaisen episode went up because I've seen 37 tweets about fondling Nanami's balls on public.
Oh, but hold on a second. I gotta go make that 38. Like, listen, I know it is, I know it is, like, I know it is fucking fat and floppy.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I know, like, Nobara wasn't the only one with a hammer in that scene.
There's, like, another scene after this somehow. They don't end the episode yet.
There's 2 more scenes after, 3 more scenes.
So Mei has finished killing her guy, and she says, "Oh, look who's here now! It's my old school chum, Geto Suguru. Do you remember him?"
Not particularly. Could you refresh my mind? I can go watch. I've got time. Do you want to go watch 5 episodes of an anime and maybe a movie also?
We gotta see the movie. The movie's important. She references the movie. So Mei and Kenjaku, and she doesn't know about that. So she says it's Geto. She's like, they have, like, a little, like, pretend friendly chat while she's, like, doing her analysis of the situation. And I do like this part. I like that Mei's like, how the fuck is Geto here? Did Gojo, like, fuck up killing him in that big movie last year? Is Gojo, like, on his side and they're, like, teaming up doing, like, an evil boyfriends thing? Probably not, because if Gojo was doing that, he could just kill anyone he wanted in the whole country immediately. So probably this is not really Geto, it's some kind of imposter. And I think that I can kill them. And she does that analysis in, like, half a second, which is cool of her.
It's very impressive because she does not have a tall idol Takana-chan Tulpa to talk to like Toto does to do those fast calculations.
Yeah, she can do it all on her own. I really like the way that they, like, visually represent her thoughts too. Like, she does summon a Gojo Tulpa.
She does summon a Gojo. Man, why do you hate Mei so much? She's so much like you.
Oh yeah, and she's a Sanosugu real warrior in this scene because she is like, she sees Geto, not really Geto, but she sees a Geto, and she's like, does Gojo have something to do with this?
Is Gojo being gay again? Has Gojo been gay a second time?
Did Gojo decide to be evil with his boyfriend? It could be possible. Well, maybe not. I like the evil Gojo that she summons in her mind. Because he's making, like, a grumpy face. I'm like, he's never looked like this before. That's how she knows it isn't actually what's going on.
Yeah.
So
she gets it.
Basically, she's like, well, this has to be a fake Geto. Gojo noticed this as well in a different way. But then Kenjaku's like, well, I don't really want to fight you right now. I have, like, other stuff going on. I wouldn't even notice with the type of shit I got going on.
Yeah.
And they summon Smallpox Deity.
Yeah, and Smallpox Deity uses domain expansion Emperor's New Groove because it summons the domain expansion, then puts her in a box, and then puts them and smashes the box with a hammer.
Yeah! And it's like, yeah, so Kenjaku's like, here, bite this Smallpox. If you beat it, then I guess I'll fight you. Goodbye. And it activates a domain, and then it's like doing hand symbols. It's like 2, 1. I don't know what this shit is. I don't remember. I remember like being confused by this fight when I read it too.
Yeah, maybe there must be something that we're missing.
We'll get back to it later, but for now, just know that Smallpox is really up to some shit, and they put Mei and her little brother in a domain.
Again, another good Uiui moment, because he like sees his sister like bust out of like being smashed by a rock, and is just like, yippee!
Wahoo!
He is, until a certain point, Uiui is just like a little bit of the autism creature to me.
It could be different, but like, I guess the point is that it isn't, right?
Yeah, right.
The point is that Mei sucks.
The point is that Mei sucks, unfortunately. We must understand this.
We can't sweep it under the rug.
Yeah. We go back to Nanami, Nita, and Nobara very quickly, and just to have Nanami be like, hey, Gojo got sealed, Ichichi's not dead, Nita has very cute earrings in this.
I know, I was noticing them. Yeah, I was taking note.
Yeah. And then Nanami says, hey, Nobara, don't come with me. Nobody weaker than me can handle the shit that's going on out there right now.
She's like, whoa. She does like a little pouty.
Yeah.
But, this is Nanami's classic thing of children shouldn't be exploded.
Yeah.
Few will say this.
This happened to him personally. He knows how bad it can be to have someone you love exploded at a young age.
Nanami is running on a platform of no more exploding children, and he's not getting any of the votes somehow.
No, they're all laughing at him like Davos after he said we should let people vote.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah.
So that's the episode. A lot of shit going on.
Itadori stunts down the escalator, and then Choso is ready to avenge his brothers.
Yeah, they reanimate this part again for the next episode.
Yeah, they do. The next episode is called #The Two Brothers.
#The Two Brothers.
#The Two Brothers.
We are #The Two Brothers.
Okay, for anyone who is not in our Discord server, would you like to explain what is #The Two Brothers?
I can try to explain what #The Two Brothers is.
Thank you. Because, on top of it being everything, which it is to
everything.
me.
So, there's a different podcast I like called Blank Check Podcast. So it's like about movies. And one of their jokes is, it's a podcast of like two guys, a classic two guys podcast.
Love a classic, really.
I think it's like probably the purest form of podcast is a two guys podcast. And one of their like a non-joke joke is like that their claim to fame is that they're the two friends. So it's like a podcast, but our special twist on the podcast is that we're two friends. So they'll say that we're #The Two Friends. And that's already a good joke, right?
Yeah. And now what if they were #The Two Brothers?
What if it was #The Two Brothers? Is there any way the episode of this podcast is not going to be called #The Two Brothers? I don't think so, but we'll see.
It's just so simple. It's so pure. It's so funny. Very good job, Kay.
Thank you.
So, okay, #The Two Brothers. We just start with, like, Itadori sprinting his ass off down the street.
Yeah, he's the running man from the sign.
Yeah. He experiences some conflict when he sees the station entrance that he needs to get to, but there's a whole bunch of people that are getting killed by curses and transfigured humans.
Very viscerally killed. Like, the's a lot of
very badly
body weight behind all their deaths.
Yeah,
they're like
crunching
and
off welching.
Shit.
Yeah,
blood's
ricocheting.
Yeah,
head explosion.
Yeah, very nasty.
But he can't stop. He can't fix this. If only there was someone with an area of effect technique that might be able to. Oh, hey, Inumaki is here.
Inumaki does his pose, but he doesn't do it as good as in the manga.
Yeah, and then
I'm like rarely the person who's like, this was better in the manga, but I can't believe they didn't animate Inumaki's special pose.
Can you? I need to look at his pose in this. Then I don't think I know his pose.
It's a sticker. We have it as a sticker in the Discord.
Oh, that's what that's from.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
He gives the peace sign, but he's running with his legs up. It's like a yippee.
Yeah.
Wahoo!
It's like he did a Mario jump.
Yeah. Yeah. But in this, he's standing firmly and gives his peace sign, which is still quite cute. Yeah. We love Inumaki.
And Itadori does like a fucking like. He does like a fucking Mario speedrun maneuver down the stairs. He hits the backwards long jump in Mario to get upstairs. Like he does the forwards long jump.
Yeah. He clings off a sign. He really like bounces off it. There's a lot of good physicality.
Yeah. And then Inumaki just like unzips his collar and just is like, don't move.
Okay.
And then OP, specials.
Yeah.
You are mine.
Oh, am I special? Love you, baby.
I love you, baby.
So Itadori runs past a sign that says, don't rush, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Do you think this means something?
He would have survived if that hadn't happened to him. If he had simply walked, he would not have died here.
Probably. So he jumps down the escalator. He avoids it altogether, and the field of vision slowly lowers, and Chozo is there at the bottom, and they lock eyes, and his nose stripey turns into bubbling blood. It looks very cool.
It looks sick. And he stands up, begins to use convergence, which is just high blood pressure.
Yeah, Gam explain it. This is the Kama family technique of you squish all your blood together into a laser beam.
Yeah, and I would like to give some history of myself right now, which is this unearthed a very precious memory of mine, which is junior year of high school. I'm in physics class, and what the assignment the thing that we have to do, the thing we have to solve to start the day is we have to calculate the speed at which blood is moving in the body based on the way that it is observed from the eye or something. And it's something about optical physics or something. I don't even remember the question. But after everyone couldn't fucking understand how to do it for 15 minutes, the professor was like, actually, it's very easy. You do this, this, and this. And then it comes out that the blood is moving at 16,800 meters per second. Okay, I fucked something up here. And while he was trying to figure that out, my friend Javier and I just start joking back and forth about using that amount of blood to just propel yourself around like a jetpack. And when I raised the question of, well, you would run out of blood really quickly, Javier replied, well, you would get a blood helmet. And for some reason, that was the funniest thing in the world. And I am not kidding you when I say that made me laugh for 10 fucking minutes.
No, that checks out. Chozo do this.
Chozo does do blood. Chozo blood helmet. Come on, this would fix a lot.
So he's firing this blood laser, and then it gives you POV. You are firing the blood laser, which is fun.
It's great. It's like you have the fucking laser gun in Doom.
When I'm Big Brother.
Does Doom have a laser gun? Fuck, I don't think it does. I don't think it has a continuous laser gun. But Doom does not have a laser gun. It has a BFG, which is a gun that shoots a single round. Yeah, big fucking gun. But I don't think it has a continuous stream of damage laser weapon. Huh.
Bring Chozo in. I would be happy to see Chozo in most media.
Can Chozo run Doom?
He's got to be compatible in some way.
Yeah, but Itadori gets blasted. He's got a hole in his arm.
Yeah, because he tries to block the blood, and he's like, "Oh fuck, it's going much faster than I realized."
Yeah,
it's a pressure washer. Yeah.
And then Chozo is like, "Oh, I have to ask you something. Did my brothers leave any final words?" And Itadori barely remembers them. But then
what? Hashtag what two brothers?
What two brothers? I fucking love this because they have knocked over some sign or something, and there is just electrical fizzing in the background,
lights,
and crackling a little bit, and Itadori's the screen blacks out, and at to the tempo of at the same time that the crackles are coming through on the audio. Yeah, we get photos of S2E7 Ketchizu.
I guess dead brother flashback.
Yeah, dead brother. Hashtag the dead brother.
Hashtag the dead brothers. Yeah. And Itadori's like, oh, yeah, those dead brothers. They didn't really say anything, but they cried, which is the number one thing he shouldn't have said.
Yeah, because Joseph's face card gets so very bloody.
He gets so mad.
And he we get a lot of usage of the signs in the the signs are just playing a very prevalent role in this. Obviously the signs that we saw Itadori sprint through, we see a bunch of them on the
signs, metaphorically.
Yep, he was the man who was not running. We see him jumping the turnstiles. We see a woman get bounced off of a road sign in the scene earlier. A bunch of signs just get knocked around, and we see. Genuinely, one of the coolest things that I have seen in an anime adaptation is in order to do a manga, instead of doing a cutaway to an infographic about, hey, here's how someone's powers work, they managed to squeeze it in diegetically by having it light up on a subway LCD terminal.
Ass. Yeah,
it's so fucking sick.
This is a gorgeous episode. This is a special episode.
Yeah, no, this is the best this show has looked.
They rearranged the events in the manga, right, so that this episode is just this fight, so that it can be really highly stylized stylized just for this fight. Like,
right, and I think, and because like in the manga, this is getting very much intercut with Mei-Mei's fight with the smallpox deity. Yeah. But no, it's all this. It's all hashtag the two brothers.
Hashtag the two brothers episode. It's a fucking good ass episode.
Yeah.
I really like. There's a lot of like him like splatting blood, and then he like peels it back to use again.
Yeah.
It looks so cool when he like peels it right off of Itadori's face. It just like sports it back together. It looks so cool.
There's also I also love when they're like when Choso like prepares a little ball of blood in his hand, but like Itadori tackles him and like swats it out of his hand like a cat.
Yeah.
And it bounce splat.
I was talking about this too. I think that the blood manipulation technique is my favorite one that's been shown.
Like,
because it's complex enough that you can do a lot of things with it, and like Muto talks about that later. But it's also like intuitive enough that it's not confusing.
Yeah,
like it's not like fucking Kirara's technique or something where you're like, well, I'm not really sure what's happening.
Yeah, I think the only, like I this is definitely because I'm a big Noburo fan, but I think Noburo's is also up there for me with this. But that's an opinion that I very deeply respect. Like Choso's is number 2, if not number 1.
Yeah, it's because you can use it in so many different ways. Like Kamo shows you can like store up blood and use it for stuff. Like it's just like endlessly inventive, I think.
Yeah, it's really good.
You know, he has like a knife, a blood knife for a while, a blood gun, blood laser. It's like all this cool shit. I really like it. Yeah, and you can use it for self buff. Yeah, you can. Yeah, whatever you can activate your oxygen or whatever in your blood. It just has everything. I think it's really my favorite technique.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. I'm really happy to see this in motion. It just looks really good.
I really like the part where he's like doing the blood laser and he like wiggles his hand and it like shoots in a circle and it like blasts a flat circle.
Yeah, and then like the side view of like the way that actually looked on the topology of the environment where it's so like cool. It's and like the way that like, you mentioned already, like the way that he does like a little wiggle of his hand, like you would to like get a weird shape out of the hose.
Circle. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that for the next 20 minutes. Looks really cool.
Yeah, no, that's really what's going on. Yeah, but Itadori goes in, but unfortunately, Choso uses supernova. Uses a new technique, supernova, to make blood explode and hit Itadori.
Yeah, he has like little like blood globules like floating around him that he can explode whenever he wants.
Yeah, remote mind. He's got stealth rocks.
He does. Yeah.
Itadori's got a hole in his tummy now.
Yeah, but it doesn't like go full depth. Choso's like, if I had been firing my laser correctly, it would have pierced him right through.
But at this point, Mekamaru chimes in and is like, "Hey, I know how to beat this hashtag the brother."
There's this part where Itadori's like, "Fuck, I let him get long range again," and it's like extremely fighting game coded. He's like, okay, he's long range again, so now I have a 50-50 to guess what he's gonna fire out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's why he jumps up to cause to force a move to force an attack to come at him.
Yeah, you have to do your anti-air now.
Yeah. And then I'll option select. Yeah. I got this in. I got this. Yeah. But then Mekamaru pipes up and is like, "Hey, this guy is kind of like Kamo. I know something about this."
Kamo Noritoshi, the nice one.
Kamo Noritoshi, parentheses, not that one.
Yeah. Sun mention. So basically he's like, the blood technique, it has no weaknesses.
Yeah, this is when we get like the signs, like the LCD sign of like, here is a cool ass infographic of Choso's techniques. And Mekamaru just tells him, Itadori, you go to the bathroom. You have to fight for your life. It's not the restroom anymore.
Go in toilet. There's no time to explain.
Go in the dark.
In the dark?
But he runs into the bathroom and starts beating the shit out of the toilets. And Choso walks over and is like, why is this guy beating up toilets? This is my hashtag the two brothers. We're not lose to a dummy.
Oh, he's raging in the toilet, yeah. And then the Mekamaru speakerphone starts saying like, "Oh, you're a little baby brother, aren't you?
You're a little bitch boy, like your brother, like your hashtag the two brothers."
Your hashtag two dead brothers, yeah. So Choso, his blood gets boiled by that, and he goes to fight in the water zone.
Yeah. And we find out that, this is the second of 3 Mekamaru discs that there are, and it gets crushed. Yeah. So there's only one left. And we get an explainer because Choso tries to use a supernova, but it like falls apart, and we learn that the lack of coagulant in the blood, which is necessary for the techniques that they use, makes it easier for water to dissolve it. And we get a science lesson about like the cell wall being overflowed by the water.
There's osmosis going on. The water is getting into your blood cells. It's popping up.
Yeah.
And then when you don't have any red blood cells in the blood, it's kind of like not working for your technique anymore. So don't really even try to like make a blood blade or like a blood ball or a blood bead.
Or a blood gun or much of anything. Don't even fucking try it, frankly.
You're going to have to do hand to hand. It's going to have to look really cool.
Yeah. Gege really does be reading Wikipedia articles here. Like, my man is falling down Wikipedia rabbit holes and then just like being like, fuck, I have a deadline.
I feel
this will work.
Okay, you make a blood technique. You're like, he's like, what's the weakness? Because you have to have a weakness for your guys.
Yeah.
And like the blood being diluted makes really a lot of sense. Like you couldn't use that technique if you were underwater or something.
Definitely.
So then you're like, oh, what happens when blood is diluted? And then you would search that up. So I feel like the thought of it, like the train of thought, makes a lot of sense to me, and it's fun. Yeah. It's cool.
I like it. I'm not critiquing, to be clear, right? But yeah, then he uses Crimson Red Scale Flowing Red Scale and starts juicing.
Yeah, he can only manipulate the blood that's in his body now, because that is not good. Yeah.
And I like how neither of them understand what happened.
I love that Grandma voiceover is like, Chozo doesn't know why this happened because he was born a month ago. But he's rocking with it.
He is still got a long-standing crush on the pink peg for
he's a new boy just out, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's learning so many things. They stance up, they fight. It looks fucking sick. Itadori takes a chunk out of Choso's hand with his teeth.
Yeah, he gives him a good bite. That's how you know they're hashtag the two brothers.
Yeah. Only hashtag the two brothers can bite like that. Yeah. But then he goes in for a big punch, but then unfortunately Choso has hardened a bunch of blood into a coagulated chunk that he calls blood meteorite, which he blasts through Itadori's liver.
Not my liver. Bro, I never even got to drink with that. I'm 15.
Now, Kay, as the medical professional on this podcast, can you tell me whether or not having your liver punctured by a chunk of blood is good or bad?
Medically, I would call it quite bad, yeah. I mean, it's not.
That's the doctor's prognosis. Just MD walks into the room and says, "Okay, Mr. Yuji, it would appear that you are suffering from quite bad."
It's like it's one of the less bad organs that you can have punctured that you need to live.
Right.
Like
so it's
heart
like
dead instantly, brain dead instantly, lung depends on how many, what situation.
Right.
The gut ones, you can go a little while.
Yeah.
But it's quite painful, and you will die if you don't stop bleeding.
Yeah. One of the less vital vitals.
Yeah, pretty much.
One of the less immediately vital vitals.
Yeah. And liver is quite resilient organ. It can grow itself back. Like few of them can do that. So if he wasn't getting imminently killed, then he would probably pull through.
Yeah. Itadori's like, that's probably wasn't supposed to happen. That feels like it hurts in a different way.
That's probably not so good. I need that for stuff.
Yeah, they do the as far as like the shot to reveal it, they do the same thing they did when Choso or when Toji lost an entire third of him.
Yeah, there's a hole right on through him.
Yeah. Mate, you got a hole in your chest. But he's like, okay, well, I will stance up all the same. Even if other people are going to come through here, so it's up to me to stop him, even if I die.
The goal is to get Gojo out of box. So, if I can stop Chozo from stopping everyone else getting to Gojo, then that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
And Chozo is kind of like surprised by this. He's like, oh, he's giving his life to continue the fight. All right. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, right? And so Choso decides to do the same because he's like, well, I'm going to put a bunch of blood outside of my body and risk becoming, what's the word that they use? I can't remember.
Thrombosed. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like a blood clot. So basically, Grandma tells us that usually the blood technique users don't make the hard coagulations of blood because it's makes you at a high risk of one of those blood clots going out of the part that you're controlling and into like your heart or lung or brain, which will kill you quite badly.
Right. Yeah.
But Chozo's like, if Itadori is putting his life like on the line, basically, like he's willing to fight to the death here, then I am too. So he pulls his hardened blood hand and he smashes a toilet with it.
Yeah. And God, he gets like a he like throws a tooth at Itadori as like a feint, and he comes at him with like a blood blade, but it can like the blood blade can keep its form for long
really
enough.
Cool,
but
where he's doing the blood stuff that gets splatted, but it it takes a little while, so he's trying to stab Itadori with a knife, and he holds it off for long enough that it splats.
Yeah, and he gives himself Wolverine claws and tries to take a swipe, and Itadori blocks it, but then Choso releases it and it explodes on his face.
Yeah, pocket blood.
Yeah, pocket blood. Itadori gets a chunk ripped out of him.
I like the part where he grabs a pipe and spins around and double kicks him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a fucking lot of really cool, good fight choreography.
Yeah.
Hard to explain on a podcast, but I would recommend probably that you watch it.
Yeah. Itadori does get his ass with a gambit of only using his right hand and because his left hand was the one that got hurt
shot by
earlier.
A laser.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, Choso will never see this coming. But unfortunately, Choso saw this coming and hardened his tummy ribs.
It calls back to the part where he killed the #2 brothers. It does the cut back and forth with the music. I think it's a remix of the same music.
I think
it's the part where he's gonna do the Black Flash, but instead of that, he kind of just hits into another coagulated blood block, and it leaves him wide open. The frames on this are not good for him.
Yeah. No, it's not. He went for the IK and just completely whipped. He does not have super for the rest of the match.
This is the slutty Choso part, where he in the manga when he shows that he hardened this side of him, it only shows that. But but our good friends at MAPPA have decided to animate all of his abs and waist for you to look at and enjoy.
Yeah. And
on the internet, there's Gojo girlies, and we don't really respect them. Nanami girlies, I'll give some respect to. Ghetto girlies, that's me. But I feel like Choso girlies are the most respectable, and I'm happy for them that this happened.
I think you're right.
Because Choso girlies are they don't cause any trouble. Their guy is he's good, but he doesn't have that much going on, so he's not causing a lot of problems. So they're not causing a lot of problems. They're just we like our guy. And they, this is good for them. They deserve this.
Yeah.
I saw them, all the Choso girlies online. They were fuck yes, Choso slutted out. And I was yes, good for you. Because they took his special boots away. And everyone was very sad about that.
Yeah, but he got it back. And they paid him back.
Yeah. He gets this episode's incredible.
Yeah. We had a really cool stylization of Sukuna here as he's I can't believe this punk little bitch.
So fucking cool. He's all black outline with the red kind of demon eyes Makima has.
Yeah. He says die 1,000 years of death.
And
die 1,000 deaths.
And he's almost no features on him. It's just two colors. It's a black background and then a red him. And then he blinks his eyes and there's no eyes anymore. It looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, but then his eyes open back up because Choso does not take the final hit because his blood has mixed with
the blood mixing together. It shows him the truth of it.
And he realized that they were the #2 brothers.
Oh, fuck, we were the 2 brothers!
We've been the 2 brothers the whole time!
We were the #.
Oh, fuck! We used to be #the 4 brothers?
Even 10 brothers, if I could count correctly. So it does the VHS thing again from the first episode. It's it actually looks really cool because Choso's freaking out about this realization. He's grabbing his head, he's screaming, he's sweating, he's crying, he's pissing. And the sides of the screen are flashing into a different aspect ratio.
Yeah.
Along with the damaged lights are flickering, and it's flickering the aspect ratio. And then it activates the 4x3 into the VHS flashback of the sketty picnic.
Yes, the sketty picnic. And the thing is, I understand that Gege has said word of God, this is just something that is weird that happened twice, because this is very similar to what happened with Toto.
It's weird that it happened
and
twice.
Gege has said, oh, this is just something weird that happened twice. It is weird that not just the visual language, not the visual language of the VHS, the VHS stylization of the footage, but the visual language of the film reel strips that we see flashing for a little bit. We only see those one other place in the series up to this point, which is the film reels that Itadori and Toto get when they realize they are temporarily hashtag the two brothers.
They were two brothers as well, but yeah.
And like they're not the only people who are going to use the film strip and stuff. And it's like, that also like ties into Junpei and everything. And I'm not trying to. It's just interesting that Gege said, no, this is not what fucking happened. But the visual language does lend itself some ambiguity.
I think like I understand that he was doing it as like a shorthand of like, this is like the feeling that it was calling, basically. Like this is like how he felt realizing this. I think the wording that they use of like a memory that doesn't exist is like not quite right. I think that's the problem. Like that's what confuses people. But the memory that Chozo sees in his brain is it's him and Kenchizo and Ezu and Itadori. They're at a lovely picnic. They're all wearing cute little outfits. Even the guy who's like a big mouth booger.
They're wearing their Sunday best.
Yeah. And Itadori, he feeds the big mouth booger a big fork of sketty, and he says, oh, yum yum, and he, like, wipes his face. And then it shows, like, also on the picnic table are, like, the test tube brothers. I wish they had outfits on, too. They needed
I want to see them wearing, like the little itty-bitty, like, suits.
I want the suits on the test tubes.
I would also be...
And then Itadori says, open up, big brother. You have to have a bitey of the sketty, too.
Yeah, here comes the airplane, Choso.
He's like, oh, yum, yum.
And Choso can't handle it. His brain explodes.
Yeah, so he just, like, runs away without delivering the final blow. So Itadori's just left bleeding out in the bathroom. Been there, brother.
And the episode ends with like an elevator door closing shut.
But does it end?
But does it end? No, it doesn't, because we get a post-credit screen of Mimiko and Nanako. If you do not know those by name, those are the two girls those are
hashtag the two sisters. They're ghetto special girls that he found in a box.
Yeah, they wanted to go get crepes in the big movie.
Yeah. They grew up in a white cardboard box alone.
Yeah. And they are hashtag the two sisters. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. Itadori's still alive. Let's do this.
Yeah, we'll see their secret plan probably next episode, or maybe the one after that, depending on what Mei's up to. Fucking good-ass episode.
Good-ass episode.
Does it get better than this? 2 brothers, 2 sisters, 10 brothers? Neon
hashtag
lighting?
the 10 brothers and 10 sisters.
Okay, let's do questions now.
Yeah, let's do questions now. We have to go to the spoiler zone for one of the questions, but we'll get to that in a minute, because one of our questions is just Satoru Gobo, which I sent you a link to. Look at Satoru Gobo.
Oh, I like him.
I'm told this is from Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Fraggle Rock. I assume this character's name is Gobo.
Yes, yeah, I did look that up yesterday because Neve like workshopped this joke with me 2 days ago. I got a text from her while she was at work that was like, hey, Satoru Gobo.
What if his name was Satoru Gobo?
Neve also asked, which famously sexually charged image should Nanami recreate next? I think Neve is referring to the PETA milk drink girl ad thing that he recreated. I want to see the makeup girl's image. Oh. I want to see that.
Is he the girl on the bottom or the girl on the top?
I think he's the girl on the bottom. I can very much imagine him with his hands crossed very politely, like hers are on the bottom.
True. Who's doing his makeup?
Oh, that's a good question. Hybara?
I think it has to be, right? And they're like in their teen formies. Oh, and he's doing his like emo makeup. That would be cute.
Yeah. Nanami lifting up Haruta like that one like the 6'8" girl holding the 5' even one.
Yeah. He basically does that in this one.
Twink about a pounce.
Oh. Is he can't be the twink who's about a pounce.
No, I don't think so. But I think
sexually charged images.
But the thing is, he's not dude bro enough to be like the pouncy.
Yeah, he's too
shy. Yeah. The one with like the girl staring at the guy's huge tits.
Oh, he's the huge tits guy.
Yeah, he is. I guess the huge
girl
tits guy
would have to be Kugasaki in this image, but she was like, "What?"
Yeah.
He's the huge tits guy in this episode for sure.
Yeah.
They made him huge. He's not this big usually.
Okay, now we can go to the spoiler zone.
Okay, there's a spoiler question this week.
Domain expansion Forbidden Library.
Yes.
Partner of the podcast, happy belated birthday, Amadeus, at Andromeda Gay. Rot 13, because this is a spoiler question. Did you eat your siblings, Yuji? All caps.
We've investigated this thoroughly.
We've investigated this thoroughly, this is referring to, among other things, this is just referring to a series of panels where in short succession, Itadori says, I will eat anything in order to kill him. This is
from the manga, so like after Sukuna says goodbye Yuji, I don't care you anymore, he goes in, grabs a different boy, and Itadori says, I gotta kill Sukuna. He's like kind of my responsibility.
Yeah, I'll eat anything to kill him.
Yeah, and then he has a convo with Chozo, hashtag the two brothers. And he's like, sorry about the brothers.
Sorry about the two brothers.
Sorry about the other brothers. And Chozo's like, it's all good, man. They live on within
as long as they live on inside of you.
So did Itadori eat his 6 test tube brothers without suits on?
Did he eat his hashtag the 6 brothers? And from perusing Reddit threads, this seems palpable. This seems I don't know if I'm confirmed, but
I'm ready to confirm it. I believe he ate them.
You believe he eating them?
Because there was also a link to Gege Akutami did like a Q&A thing for a fan book, which had a lot of questions in it, and there was one specific question about Itadori eating the cursed wombs.
Yeah, that's very true, and he like gave it like a very salient answer that was just like.
It seemed to be a well thought out answer.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think this is confirmed. So I'm throwing out Benevolent Shrine. I'm adding hashtag the 10 brothers.
Yeah, hashtag 10 brothers technique. 10 shadows is over.
10 shadows, 10 brothers, bar for bar.
So yeah, basically Gege said like any cursed thing that Itadori eats, he could get its energy as long as Sukuna isn't stealing it, and he's not in there anymore. So I do believe that he's eaten the brothers.
Yeah, I believe. This is going to be confirmed to me.
We're confirming it. You can eat your brothers if it's allowed.
We're confirming it right now here on the air.
Yeah. Are there any other spoilers we want to talk about?
I don't think so. I mean, did we talk about Kashimo getting washed in like that one chapter?
Yeah, we did. He lost immediately. Very sad.
Yeah, very, very, very sad.
We can talk about how the hashtag 2 sisters are not long for this world.
No, they are not long for this. We don't get anything about their powers or anything.
I mean,
either.
They're both going to try to use their powers one more time.
Yeah, and they both just get their heads cut off.
Yeah, very sad, not good.
Yeah, they get their heads cut off like Itadori does
like
when he tries to fight Sukuna.
This fight is like Itadori's just getting the shit beat out of him. And it's like, I think I know what has to happen to fix our boy.
Yeah.
When's the last time Itadori got hurt this badly, and what happened to fix it?
Yeah.
It's a perfect reset button, If you don't have a healer in your party, yes, store-bought is fine. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for that part. Kind of goes hard.
It's gonna be good. Yeah, it'll be good. 2 episodes coming in 2 weeks.
I believe it. Just like Naruto says.
Just like Nart said. All right, you want to get out of here?
Is that everything? Yeah, I guess so.
I think so, yeah. You can find us on Twitter at Special Good Snacks. Thank you to Noisepace.xyz for hosting this and so many other great podcasts. Check me out on Tumblr, chiesauchanakas.tumblr.com. Thank you to Noah Geist at Owldude for our great intro outro music. Thank you to Onion at Kalalifer Art for our good cover art. Thank you to Kay for their excellent editing, as always.
And as always, there will be 2 normal episodes, 2 normal week. So, new episode in 2 weeks. I think it'll probably be normal, mostly.
Yeah, it'll be really normal.
There's 10 more episodes of the Shibuya incident. So that's 5 more episodes of podcasts for all you happy listeners.
Yeah, cherish them while they last. We won't be here forever.
Yeah, who knows when the next season of Jujutsu Kaisen will happen. Who knows if they'll do another stupid-ass movie. We did like the movie they did, though.
We did like the movie. The thing is that who knows when there will be a next season of Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm going to be lower on... This is the season where it all peaks for me. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to become a bit of a hater after
there's going to be some good shit in the next one. Don't lie.
There's going to be some good shit. I won't argue with that. There will be some good shit. But...
We'll see.
We can get to... we can argue that when we get to it.
All right. And as always...
let's go get some snacks.